by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky.
What's up, love bugs? Happy Sunday, y'all. So I kind of wanted to just do a sit down with y'all, kind of just a check in, because I felt like I needed to take a little break from the little vlog for a little minute. So I was like, you know what? Let me sit down. Let's catch up on everything that has just transpired over the past few weeks. Let me fill y'all in on how I've been settled into Tampa, how things are going. Like, I kind of just wanted to break, like, just sit down with y'all, give you a little one-on-one. As you can see, I got the natural light going, so you know we're good. But yeah, so let me kick it all off from the beginning of the move, okay? First off, welcome back. My name is Lorenzo. If you're new here, if you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back, my love bugs. If you want to become a love bug, definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and become a love bug, baby, because it's lit over here. I'm telling you, it's lit. We locked in, y'all. Like, we really are locked in. Like, ain't no cap when it comes to that. We locked in. We are forever. Real bad, okay? But no, I guess I can just take y'all through the last few weeks because your boy has been tired. I have really been like, baby, I'm not a young whippersnapper, as they say, no more. Listen, it takes time for the body to bounce back. Okay, so as y'all know, February 28th is when I moved out of my apartment in Orlando, Florida. That was cute or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That was a chapter closed. I was like, honestly, y'all, I hated that apartment. I hated it. I did. And y'all probably like, well, it looked nice, so I hated it. For one, the apartment had security issues. People were breaking into people's cars. They were apparently breaking into apartments. It was a lot going on. Like jumping off the third floor. I saw somebody said that somebody jumped off the third floor who was trying to rob somebody. So I was just like, this apartment community is crazy, which is why I always said I always wanted to walk Cali earlier before it got too late, because I don't trust going out there at night. And you would just think like, what is really going on? But it makes sense because the area that I lived in, which was called the Millennia area, if you're familiar with that, you know. But that area primarily, back in the day, was a nice area. You know what I'm saying? It was like the prestige, like, you know, people who had a little bit of money lived over there. So it was just like, okay, cool. So younger me, I lived over there one time, but I had two roommates. Actually, three roommates at the time. So I lived over there in that area before it got a little bit, you know, rough. But now the area is kind of not the best. And I honestly, I didn't think nothing of the community that I lived in. I thought it would be okay that I lived in. I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of spending almost $2,000 for a studio. That's what I was paying before I moved into that place. Now that apartment that I lived in before that, which was right around the corner, I love that apartment. Love the amenities, love the vibe, loved all of that. However, I did not want to pay almost $2,000 for a studio. Like, I just felt like I outgrown this space. It did what it needed to do, and plus I was in there for 2 years. 2 years. I didn't want to be in that place. As y'all know, I went through a relationship crisis the year prior to that, which actually resulted of me ending in that location of the studio because I couldn't break the lease and all this other stuff like that. That's a whole different vlog, child. We're gonna let that be the past. But yes, I had to live in the studio for 2 years because of my financial situation. That's what I could afford at the time. But when they bumped that rent up another $200-300, I said, I'm not staying here. I said I have to go. So that's when I transitioned on over to the apartment I just moved out of. So I was there from March 1st of 2024 until February 28th of 2025. That apartment, I don't think I lived in an apartment before that. I just wanted to move out. I honestly tried to move out of the apartment about 2 weeks into me moving in, and I was just like, I hate it here. I was depressed. I was like very much in my feelings behind it because when I moved in there were like bugs all over the place, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, where are these bugs coming from? Spiders, bugs, water bugs, all type of shit. I hated it. So of course I had to like become an exterminator and go on TikTok and figure out exactly what I needed to get rid of these bugs, silverfishes coming out of the damn ceiling. I was just like, this is crazy. However, we controlled that. We got that under control. When I say I didn't see an insect in that apartment, after I did my little 1-2, I didn't see nothing in there. Like nothing at all. Nothing at all. So I was good. I said, okay, cool. I said, now I can kind of be a little bit at peace. You know what I'm saying? However, peace did not come. Peace did not come. So that ended up happening. And then I think what really kind of like irritated me a little bit was the parking garage was always like open. Anybody could walk in there. And I would see kids literally walking in the garage, looking at people's cars, checking the handles to see who's in there. I'm just like, this is like, what are y'all doing? The gate was always broke. Why is the gate broke? And then y'all have the nerve to send out emails that please, don't tailgate or make sure you utilize the gate. How are we going to utilize the gate, baby, when the gate is broke? Make it make sense. It never made sense. It never made sense. So that was one thing. Also, another thing, the dogs. People will let their dogs use the restroom in the hallways, in the elevators. As soon as you exit the gate to the door, it was doodle, pee, whatever it was right there. So that was another thing that really irritated me. Also, the speeding in the garage really irritated me. So I was just like, you know what? I was like, I'm not happy here. So I had to get my shit and go. Your boy had to, I was literally counting down the months, y'all. You can ask my friends. They was like, friend, just be calm, just relax. It's gonna be okay. I was like, I can't stand this place, y'all. Like, I hate it so much. And I know hate is not the best word to use, but that's honestly how I felt. I did not like it. I hated it. But I'm glad that chapter is closed. Even now, I'm still having issues with them. I still have not received my deposit back. It's been roughly going on about 3 weeks now. I feel like they're trying to say I had some damages that I know I didn't have because I looked at the little sheet and I'm like, reached out to them and was like, where's my deposit? Because it was no holes in the wall. I didn't leave the apartment dirty. I did a little wipe down like I told y'all I was going to do. So I did all of that. I did all of that. So what's the problem? Where's my money? Run me my money, as Cash Doll would say. Run me my money, okay? But yeah, so outside of that, that chapter closed. And y'all know after that, I transitioned over to my dad for about 4 or 5 days. That was okay. That was cool. No issues there. He actually wasn't even home. So it's not like we could have had a father-son bonding moment because the man literally was not there. He was actually in South Carolina with his wife during that time period. So it was like literally me having my own apartment for those 2 days because he wasn't there. I wish he was there, but he wasn't. Because I feel like the experience would have been a little bit more, it would have been like back at home, because I left my dad's house when I was 22 years old. Left his house when I was 22. So I hadn't been back since I was 22 living with him. So it kind of would have reminded me of 17, 18, when I was young living with him. It would have reminded me of that era. But fortunately it didn't happen. So that went well. After that, of course, I had to end up, packing the car up, what I could fit in the car. And then that's when we transitioned on down to Tampa. Tampa has been great so far. I really haven't explored Tampa too much as of yet. I know we went to brunch last weekend, but that was really it. But the moving process for that was really simple. For the most part, I will say for the most part, your boy's back. Definitely is kind of, I think I may have slipped a disc, as the old people say, because my back still hurts a little bit. And I know it shouldn't be hurting this long. And it's been roughly 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. So I'm like, my back should not be hurting like this still. It's not like a pain. It's more so of just a discomfort if I move the wrong way. I feel like a sharp, little, it's I don't know. I can't really describe the feeling. I just know it's something that shouldn't be happening. So I'm probably going to have to end up getting that checked out as well. So that move process went great. Well, I'll say it went great. It was smooth and easy. I'm not even gonna hold you. However, I will say that I had to move majority of the boxes because as y'all know, Darren ended up having a job interview that day, and I was like, I'm just not gonna wait. So literally, when he got here, the only thing that was in that truck was 3 boxes and the heavy stuff, like the TV, This white thing that y'all see that the TV is on. Baby, this alone, that thing right there got to weigh like 200, 250 pounds. Or not, if not more. This is heavy. Heavy. And I got this from Brian. Brian actually gave this to me. I was like, bruh, here I go thinking I can lift that shit myself. Excuse my language. Here I go thinking I can lift that myself. No, ma'am. No, man, I think this is what really tore me up because we had to hold it at an angle. We had to like angle it to get in the elevator, get it out the elevator, and then pick it up, baby. When I say that thing is heavy, friend paid a good coin for that. I know you did. I know you did because that mess is heavy. Like getting it out of our old apartment was easy because I literally used a little cart. But the cart that they gave us here was not compared to the IKEA's cart that we had at my old place. The one here is like a little small, tiny little plastic one. Child, the wheels probably was about to cave in on that little one. So we literally had to like carry this up here but we got it here. I was telling Darren, I said, baby, when we move, we might just have to leave her. Because I'm not lifting that again. I refuse to lift again. I can't do it. My back was killing me so bad, y'all. Just from this alone. Just from that. So we either gonna have to get movers or we gonna leave this shit right here. Cause your boy not doing it. And I told him that. And I was dead serious about it. Dead serious behind it. Okay. But okay, so that ended up happening, and then so we moved in, got everything off the truck, boom. I had a day in between to kind of get everything together. That's when Darren ended up getting this wisdom teeth pulled. So here I am, Nurse Vic, Nurse Lorenzo, nurse at your service. So, you know, we didn't have a bed. Bed is in the storage because we got the U-Haul truck was too small. So we had to get I luckily packed the air mattress in the trunk. Amen to that. Because if we didn't have that, we would have to go buy an air mattress or we would have had to sleep on the floor for like 4 or 5 days until I went back up to, actually no, Thursday. So it would have been like 3 days because I moved on Thursday and I had to go back to Orlando on Saturday. So yeah, so we had to sleep on the floor for a couple of days. But you know what? By the grace of God, we had the actual, I had the air mattress in my trunk. She was pushed away. I actually had 2 back there. I had one, which was like a little twin size, which I would have gave him to sleep on because I know he had got his teeth pulled or whatever, so it would have made sense. And trust me, child, I sleep wild anyway. I sleep very, very wild. So it was just like, yeah. But luckily I had the queen size version in there, so we pumped that up. I said, all right, Friday's here. Let's get these wisdom teeth pulled. He ended up getting his wisdom teeth pulled. It was so funny because that baby was so high in that chair. He don't even remember walking to my car, and I remember him sitting in the actual chair at the orthodontist, or oral surgeon. I'm sorry, he was at the oral surgeon, and the oral surgeon. Why I can't get it out? And the oral surgeon was like, Darren, I need you to keep your eyes open for me, buddy. And he was just like, I'm done. Just looking like a deer in headlights. I'm done. That was quick. And he said, and then went back to sleep. I said, he is high as a cooter bird, as my grandmother would say. You are high as a cooter bird. But that ended up happening. He ended up coming home. He slept, I think, majority of that day. Because, of course, his mouth was... He said that he wasn't in that much pain that day. Like, it just felt weird. So he slept majority of that day. But while he was sleeping, of course, I was unpacking, trying to get everything in order when it comes to, like, putting things away. So I was literally on go 24/7 since, like, honestly, I've been on go since the 28th. It's just been moving parts all over. This, that, pack, move, drive, pack, bus, club, another. It was definitely giving like that, but no club, no bus. Storage bins, apartments, leasing offices. It was giving all of that. So that was Friday, so he ended up sleeping that day, like I said. And then Saturday comes. That's when Saturday hit. That's when your boy had to drive back to Orlando. I had to drive back to Orlando for 2 things, 2 reasons. I had to get the rest of the stuff out of the storage, so I rented a van down here, which was like almost another $200 freaking. I don't want to see another U-Haul for a very long time unless I'm packing this up and moving out of state. That's the only way, okay? So that ended up happening. We had to get the U-Haul like 8 o'clock in the morning. U-Haul 8 a.m. I was on the road probably like at 8:30, 8:45. I got to Orlando by like 12, I want to say, because of traffic and stuff like that. Probably had like an hour to an hour and a half window in between because that was the day we also had to attend Shay and Day's bridal shower. So ended up doing that at 4 o'clock. I was on time for that. I just immediately got dressed. So once we moved everything out the storage, Daddy actually came to help me move the stuff out the storage. That maybe took an hour to do all of that. Then I went to the Goodwill donation drop box, dropped that stuff off, did what I had to do there, got that out the way. That was done and easy. And then I jetted over to my dad's place to shower, change, and get ready for the bridal shower. Did that, probably stayed there till like 7:38. Got back to Tampa around 11. Literally, we had like, no, it was probably like 10:45. Got here like around 10:30, 10:45. Literally had like an hour to unload that van. And when I tell you I was so irritated, Darren probably was like, what is wrong with him? I was just over it. I was just like, my body was just really starting to shut down at that point because I felt like I was just doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like I was just doing too freaking much, man. Like, I was tired. I was taking back roads. I was kind of like dozing off a little bit. I had to turn the music up in order for me to stay awake and turn the AC on full in order for me to stay awake. Just because I felt like I was just like, oh my God, like I'm falling asleep a little bit because I'm tired. I ain't get no good night's sleep on the air mattress because baby, I can't sleep on the air mattress like that. It just don't work for me. It don't. So that was another issue. So finally got here, unloaded the stuff. Probably unloaded that stuff in like 30, 45. Then it had to jet down to U-Haul, drop the truck off in order to not have an extra day occurring fee on top of that. So literally dropped the truck off like at 11:45, y'all. 15 minutes to spare before I got charged like another like, how much he said it was gonna be, like 70 or some dollars or something like that? I don't know, he told me that. But so I ended up doing that, ran all the damn tolls. So I actually got the toll ticket today from U-Haul. Gotta figure that out. Because I did run every single toll that they had because I was like, I'm not taking these other ways. I need to get there as quick as I can get there, okay? And that's what I did. Because I think if I didn't take the tollway, it was like almost 3 hours, like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Because Orlando traffic is that crazy, especially coming from like that part where Disney's at into the Davenport area. Baby, traffic is bad. If you live in Florida, you know that. Terrible. So that was Saturday. Sunday was really like a reset day, just to chill. We chilled a little bit, but me, I don't like clutter. I don't like disorganization. I woke up, I was like, you know what, baby? Let's start putting the bed together. So I think we ended up putting the bed together on Sunday. No, it was Sunday because we had the bed up by the time my anniversary came, which was that Monday. So yeah, the bed was up on Sunday. Took us some time to get it there. I was so tired because I just was so sick of like lifting and moving and lifting and moving and lifting and moving. But my pumpkin, he got it together. He helped me out. So we ended up doing that, putting the bed together, got the mattress set up. And you know what, how God worked, because I was gonna donate the box that had all of the bed pieces in it. I didn't know. Darren had like a kitchen table set, so it was like all these rods and poles and stuff in there, and I thought all of that stuff in there was a part of the table. So something was like, keep that box. Thank goodness I kept that box because the bed pieces that we needed were in there. All the other rod pieces we threw away, unfortunately. So I donated the table to Goodwill, but child, they ain't gonna have no table. They're gonna have to maneuver and figure all that out on their own. But that was on Sunday. Monday, of course, was our anniversary. We went to Outback Steakhouse for that, which was pretty good. I really wasn't that hungry, but that was good. We would end up going to At Home after that, which is actually where I'm probably gonna end up going in a few minutes after I get off with y'all. I'm gonna go to at home because there's a few things that I want to check out. Of course, like mirror wise, we have kind of like a concept in mind that we want to do. So I'm gonna see if I can go there. But first, I want to go to Ross because Ross is cheaper than at home. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, that was Monday, and then after that, it was kind of like this back into normal rotation. I had to work that week. He had to go back to work as well. So it was really much just getting acclimated to my new life here in Tampa. So that ended up happening. I think also, yeah, I think that was really the only thing that took place that week. I know last Sunday last Sunday we actually ended up going to brunch. I think that was like our first day, honestly. I think that was our first day, like kind of exploring a little bit. I still want to explore a little bit more because I feel like I haven't seen anything, y'all. I ain't seen nothing other than the park to walk Callie, like a dog park for her. I've been to Walmart, been to Target, been to Publix. I went to another Publix yesterday, which I thought was really cute. It's like this small, cute, like pour. They call it Publix Pours, I guess, like because they have like it's like a little restaurant in there. And they serve like beer, alcohol, wine, smoothies, sushi, pizza. I was just like, oh, this is cute. I know they had one in Orlando, but I never actually went inside of it. I was just like, child, I'm gonna go to the regular Publix and they got the BOGO in there. That's where I'm going. So I would always go to that one, but I actually went to this one yesterday because I had to go to CVS, and I was just like, oh, let me see what's in here. And I was like, looks really cute from the outside. Like, this ain't no regular Publix. So I ended up going there, purchasing a couple of things out of there, and then kind of just came back home. But we did go to brunch on Sunday, like I said. Went to brunch on Sunday. Food was, I would say, honestly, y'all, I would rate the food, because I mean, you can't really mess up a chicken and a waffle. I give it about a 6.5. It was decent. I will say it was seasoned. It was a waffle, but the only thing I wish that they didn't give me chicken tender, and I feel like the chicken tender had the, what is it, like catfish batter? Because I thought it was catfish. Darren thought it was catfish. I was like, this is catfish, because that's what it looked like. But it was chicken tenders, like 2 chicken tenders. I was like, okay, I wish it was more so like the chicken wings versus the chicken tenders. And also, I love my black businesses. Y'all know I'm gonna support my black businesses as much as I can. But I'm gonna need for us to learn how to get it together when it comes to our communication. The restaurant was not that packed at all. And the young lady told us, well, we have a 30-minute wait. I said, okay, cool, I don't mind waiting. So then she come back 30 minutes later and was like, there's gonna be another wait. I'm like, okay, no problem. We gonna wait. Y'all, we know y'all just opening up or whatever the case may be. Cool. But we get on the inside and there's literally like empty tables in there. Mind you, there were empty tables when we walked in there. So those same empty tables were still empty 30 minutes later after we walked in there to check in, put our name on the guest list. We walked back in there again. Them same tables were empty. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I ain't want to ask no questions. I was like, it's okay, I'm hungry, I'm starving, we starving, let's get the food. Then she proceeds to tell us that there might be a little wait for the food because they only have one cook. And I said, okay, no problem. We already here, we done already waited, right? We done waited this long behind time, so we're gonna make it work. So we get the food. The food was fresh. I will say everything was hot, piping hot, heat hot. Chicken and waffles was good. They don't have pork bacon. I didn't really care for that. They had turkey bacon. Chicken and waffle was cool. I feel like you can't really mess up a waffle that much. Darren's had like the surf and turf, I believe it was like shrimp, lamb chop, and some kind of chicken. He said it was decent. He did not care for the lamb chop. He said it tasted too like gamey or basically like meaty, like they just killed it and put it on his plate and then cook it all the way. So that's what he said it tasted like. But outside of that, I say the vibe was cute, the music was cute, the DJ was cute, they had hookah and stuff like that. We didn't engage in any like cocktails or nothing like that because they were a little bit expensive. Like, why am I paying $19 for a small little mule? Not gonna happen. But outside of that, I feel like the restaurant was cute in itself. Would I go back? Probably not. Just at least not now. I'll probably say once, maybe like a year or two later, once they kind of got get it under the control. Yeah, but we're gonna explore other options at this time. So we ended up going there on Sunday, had brunch, came back home, chilled out for the rest of the day, and just relaxed. So that's really the only thing that we really did so far. I think we're gonna try to get out of here either Friday or Sunday to kind of meet Sean and Shy, hang out with them a little bit, because they're not too far away. They're literally like a couple miles down the road. So really want to link up with them. At least I have some friends to hang out with here, because I don't really know too many people in regards to that live out here. Like I have a couple of homegirls. I know I have a friend named Micah who lives down here. I have Ashley who lives down here. Let me see. Everybody is texting me, child, while I'm trying to record my video. Yeah, so my friend Ashley lives down here. Micah. It's like two or three. Sean and Shy, of course. It's like one more. Who else is down here that I know? Jay lives down here. So there are a few people that I know that live down here. It's just, I gotta take the time to kind of get to know them. As you guys know, I got my hair cut on Thursday. My barber, I hadn't seen him in 15 years. We kind of like just chopped it up, had a real good time. It was like full circle moment, man. Like, because we literally known each other since we were in our 20s, early 20s, 22, 23 years old. And I'm a year older than him. So he's turning 37, I just turned 38. And it's just crazy, man, just to see the life, how it's changed, how we're in now. He was like, yeah, man, I can tell we getting old. Look, listen to how our conversations are now. We talking about health and drinking alcohol, how it don't work for us no more, how we got to slow down. And, you know, he's married with kids and stuff now. So it's just crazy just to hear, like, everything, like how people literally just change, man. And I think it's amazing to see everyone's journey, because we used to be them boys back in the day. We used to turn the hell up probably too much. Wild childs, for real, causing havoc in Orlando. That's what it was. But yeah, outside of that, I would say Tampa has been great. Tampa has been a great time so far. I am just ready to explore some beaches. If you have any suggestions on some beaches I should go to here in Tampa, Florida, definitely drop them in the comments. Let me know. Let me know which beaches I should go to here in Tampa. Darren and I should go to in Tampa. That way we can kind of check that out, because summertime is coming, baby. It's crazy because it's going back to the 50s tonight. And I look next week, it's going to be in the 50s as well. So we are going to definitely have to bust out those winter coats again. So hopefully within the next few weeks, the weather will change. And we can kind of go from there. So I just kind of wanted to check in with y'all. I know you're probably like, this is a very boring video, but y'all, this is all we got. I did not vlog this week. I didn't do anything. I just kind of wanted to take a minute to just unwind, recollect myself, get my thoughts together, and just chill out. That's it. So happy Sunday to you guys. Definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Definitely be sure to come on over and be a love bug. Definitely come on over. Hit that post notification button. Come on, be a love bug, because like I said, we always locked in. Also, before I go, I do want to say thank you to everyone who did send us something in the registry, whether it be a Cash App, whether it be a Venmo, a Zelle, whether it be an Amazon registry gift. I want to say thank you. I actually we got one gift now that's back there somewhere. We're going to unbox it on the Couples channel. I think we're going to unbox everything on the Couples channel, just to be fair. Then I'll shout y'all out on my channel just in case you missed it. You know what I'm saying? So I do know I did end up getting a Cash App from 2 of my love bugs earlier this week. So I just want to make sure I know who it was. Okay, so Trisha, of course, she actually sent me another Cash App for the Amazon registry. I guess she was having complications with it. So she did go ahead and send me like the money to purchase something off Amazon, and I did. So thank you, Trish, for that. And also Jasmine. So thank you, Jazz. She's also another love bug who always be locked in with me. So I just want to say thank you for your Cash App, your blessing. I truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate it, because this is a new journey for us and we're just having fun. We're trying to like make our house a home. As you can see, I'm so excited. I don't know how to sit my ass down and let him do nothing, because I feel like I gotta do it all in a way, because I want to get it done, but I gotta work on that, because I can't be like that. I feel like that's that Capricorn trait in me. If no one will do it, I'm gonna do it. But I know he will do it. That's the thing. I just gotta give him time to do it. But I want it done when I want it done. So that's one thing I gotta work on. I am acknowledging that. And I told him that. He was like, well, you sit down, let me do it. I was like, you right. You all right, Pumpkin. I'm gonna let you handle it. So I'm going to get out here and try to go to Ross to see if they have any like little knickknacks that we can use in the house in the meantime. So definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, like I said. And I will check in with y'all next Sunday with another weekly vlog. We'll be back. Definitely thank you guys so much for the love and support. And I will be signing off now because I feel like I have been running my mouth for 30 minutes. So peace of love, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.
Love.